Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Chilean campaign. Or, as I've come to call it as well, the Down Under Empire. Last episode we had a brilliant fight, well, almost brilliant fight against the Brits, and we got a bloody nose against the Austrians. Today, I am scrambling to hold off the Austrian attack, and I hope to end the war against the Brits, take Australia from them, and really cement my claims as a new proper nation. I still lack, of course, my homelands. My homelands are still unreachable, and the loss of a battleship last episode will make sure that it will not happen for a long time as well. Okay, the Brits strike at my port. I got Australia, ladies and gentlemen. My torpedo boat is forced out of the port by the Brits. However, unfortunately for you, little Brits, I do have another fleet here. That is too heavy, some light, yeah, that is capable of defeating you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Down Under Empire now, officially. Ooh, this is one of my dreadnoughts. Moved. Hold on, the enemy has more ships here now. Okay, now we got time, Other ships are being scrambled, they are on their way. We have one light cruiser over there though, so I'm gonna move this old battleship with her escorts to deal with that. And once again, I'm gonna ask peace with Great Britain. I'm no longer interested in that war. I have different plans. But I can't ask for a peace deal, unfortunately. Why, unfortunately? Well, hi. There are 5 battleships moving. They're moving over here to resupply. Huh, interesting. Also, I forgot I had a part of Canada. I really forgot. Nice. Okay, in the meanwhile, Russia is pushing into Austria, which is very good for me. I mean, take out Austria, Russia, I beg of you. Oh my god, I'm begging Russia to invade another country. No. Oh god. We're losing 50 million a month currently. How come? We are over capacity. Why are we so much over capacity? Because the Empress of Chile has returned to be repaired. I'm gonna suspend repairs on you. And in fact, I mean, we saw how badly these pre-dreadnoughts are doing their thing against dreadnoughts, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna scrap her, I think. I think I will scrap this Russian pre-dreadnought that I took. I haven't got her that long, really, but it's a pre-dreadnought. We are in the dreadnought age. This ship, I hate doing it, part of me, but yeah, we're gonna scrap her. Scrap the design as well. Okay. Yeah, that felt like I just cut off one of my fingers. That was not fun. I am gonna do that though. Now let's hit the end turn, because now we just have to scramble our ships. Sadly, we can't celebrate, because we have a war to fight. This dreadnought is damaged. Their cruiser's not. However, this time I have 3 battleships with me, 2 pre-dreadnoughts and a dreadnought. I should be able to do this. I hope. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can. I can. Yes, sir. Okay. I remember you. You're only doing 12 knots, let me guess, yeah. Of course, I rushed this fleet over here, so I'll be on low fuel for most of my ships, and Santiago is even on low ammo. I don't have a dreadnought with me, though. Mind you, only have pre-dreadnoughts. Thought I had my dreadnought here. Still, the enemy battleship is badly damaged as well, so I'm confident I can relatively easily win this fight. And that's good, because I need a large victory. I need it against these Austrians. Come on, what division are you? This one. The first ship has fuel. Join up there. You two join there. That way I have at least 1 light cruiser group that can move fast. Together with my torpedo boats, of course, that are currently rushing in. Do I want them to rush in? Probably not. So let's lay a smoke screen and disengage. Battleship and cruiser lines, prepare to broadside. No, 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 no. Don't attack my destroyer. I mean, it's only the most important division probably in my fleet currently here. Tighten up formation. Enemy light cruisers are coming in from the flank as my battleships open fire. Yeah, I think engaging that light division is the way to do it, but we'll see. Maybe just focus on the heavies, yeah. I want my battleships to focus on the enemy battleship. And not just one of them, all of them. Ah, no! This is a very serious problem. I was counting on these cruisers, although, hold on. Why? Okay, yeah, no, you have torpedoes. Yeah, the moment the enemy gets into torpedo range, you will blast them. You will detach. Come on, sweetheart. Almost in torpedo range. Torpedo range. Confirmed, but unfortunately unable to get a launch off before dying. Light cruiser down. A second light cruiser, and where the hell... are my escorts? Hello, escorts, you are in a perfect attack position here. You did not launch your torpedoes. You're supposed to launch them, sweetheart. Destroyer, go. Torpedoes away. Torpedo boat, go. Torpedoes away. A second torpedo boat, go. And torpedoes away. Total damage, none, because the enemy turns on a dime. Although, maybe. Oh my god! A dud. All of that for nothing. Well, that sucks. That should have been the killing blow here on that battleship. That was almost perfect. Ah, I'm grumpy now. Please kill that light cruiser in return. Jesus. Ah! And the destroyer is out of torpedoes. Yeah, that was my alpha strike, really. My alpha strike capabilities are now gone. Okay, you are Division 3. You join up with Division 3. You're the only ones with torpedoes and with speed. Tighten up formation. Lock on the battleship. Go. You have to try it. Enemy light cruiser is neutralized. We're going to focus our battleship guns on the heavy cruiser as we continue moving in. This destroyer may disengage. My torpedo boat just surrendered. Light cruiser fired. Torpedo boat fired. Light cruiser missed. Come about. Lock targets. Aggressive fire authorized again. And we score a torpedo hit on the enemy battleship, ladies and gentlemen. That is big. That is big. Torpedo away. That is the second torpedo. Prepare third torpedo. We're gonna just go for it. Right? Just go for it. See if we can get that frontal torpedo to launch as well. Come on. Torpedo away. Turn. Last torpedo. Come on, sweetheart. Torpedo away. That was either a dud or a miss. And this one, a dud. Okay, well, light cruiser, well done. Well done indeed. I'm proud of you. These ships may return to the main fleet. Because now we're going after that enemy battleship with my pre-dreadnoughts. Come on. Detach. no longer scared of the light cruiser, are you? The torpedo boat join up there. Ow! Oh! That was not nice. Well, it is a very dangerous enemy fleet, let's be honest. Heavy losses are expected. And with that heavy cruiser gone, we can start focusing on either the other heavy cruiser, although preferably the battleship. A very good hit on that enemy light cruiser all of a sudden. Enemy heavy cruiser, don't know what caused it, but that was devastating. Enemy has 5-kilometer range torpedoes, so keep that in mind. Luckily, there we go. There's our fleet. Alright, that enemy torpedo ship is gone. At least soon. Battleship main guns, please focus on the enemy battleship. Torpedo detonation, good. Battleships, turn away a bit. Flooding hit on the enemy battleship. Torpedo hit, she's down to 2 torpedoes. That's the only threat she really carries currently. Enemy battleship is almost sunk. Everything with torpedoes, lock onto the battleship. This will break the back of the Austrian Navy. Which is good, because honestly, this battleship was terrifying. I mean, short range 14-inch guns, they packed a punch. As we saw, so this feels really like some proper revenge here. Safe fire torpedoes authorized. 1 torpedo outbound, and it's a dud. Is that the only light cruiser now? You have torpedoes as well. Okay, hold on. Detach. Engage the enemy heavy cruiser with your torpedo. This division will turn off your torpedoes. Enemy heavy cruiser is taking heavy fire. And she sinks. Never mind. Return to formation. Okay, that's the enemy capital ships gone. Yeah, we got this, folks. We got this. Only 1 light cruiser division remains. That is not enough firepower for the enemy to launch the invasion successfully. And of course, my light cruisers are quite capable, together with these couple of battleships, to neutralize these last 2 ships in the time we have left. There goes the blitz. She did a lot, but no blitzing. what? You think I'll allow you to fire that torpedo, mate? And allow you to hit? I mean, I'll allow you to shoot it, but not to hit, that is for sure. My battleships are out of ammo. You got to be joking. We still have secondaries though, so let's move in. Torpedo detonation on my ship. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna kite with that large group. Let's disengage that group. Let's try it with the battleships only. I'm gonna use my battleships to protect my light cruisers here. Okay, yeah, the enemy is not gonna fight me anymore. Alright, we're gonna end the battle. I lost 4 ships. Ooh-wee. Still, we killed 7, including a battleship, so... a dreadnought. Well, I don't have dreadnoughts of my own, so... yeah. Okay, and Hawaii is safe. We have more victory points now. Yo, you were not supposed to go inside the port. You were supposed to engage, Muppet. These ships into Pearl. Because, you know, out of fuel, out of ammo, like 0% ammo remaining on some of these boats. That is serious. And we have another battleship inbound, so... Austria... I can't do a peace deal. But that's literally the entire enemy fleet at one battleship. Talking about battleships, God, the repair costs are going to be terrible, aren't they? Suspend. 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 1 turn. Then we have a new dreadnought. That is, of course, deployed in Auckland. It's a nice central place, but in this case, it's not quite where we want it to be. But we still have this fleet. All right, set a course. Arrive in 1 turn? Ha, I wish. And we have new light cruiser hulls unlocked, up to 7,500 tons. So, yeah, that is interesting. We did not get the engagement here, but at least we're preventing the invasion from happening. We did not get our fleet... No, we did get our fleet into Pearl, but there is another fleet here. Yeah, this is the dreadnought. That is the fleet I was... the warship I was expecting. Okay. Oh, hello. Japan is coming. Ladies and gentlemen. General quarters. Also, next time, remember, I need... When I fight the Brits, I still need to take Papua. I forgot. I forgot about Papua. Still... We get low crew there? I mean... The Argonaut is in Hobart, though. Hollandia, it might actually be more useful to get you activated. We have 22 crew members in stock, but we gain 500 crew members next turn. I mean, 575. That is actually very nice. That is very, very nice. Oh, that feels really good. Alright, a torpedo boat. Auckland, please. Yeah. This battleship only has 11-inch guns, right? The Austrian here has 14-inchers, so yeah, still underpowered really, but we're making progress here. We're making progress. Repairs 1 month, 1 month. That is good. The Pearl Harbor battleships, they need to be repaired quickly. Yeah, ship design. We could go for bigger light cruisers. I don't think that is the way to go currently. No. Instead, I think I want more destroyers. Although Chabuco has only a very limited armament. Maybe get a new destroyer out that has a bit more oomph, a bit more firepower to it. Let's take a look what we can do. It's been like 3 episodes since we've been in a designer, so let's take a look anyway. What can we do? Battle cruisers. Battle cruisers are the poor man's battleships. And if we can get you to 25 knots, maximum range, maximum bulkheads, build time of 12 months, that is long, but I think we could do something with this. We could do something with this. Force boilers is a bit much. Let's just go with induced, although if I go turbines, we can go natural. Hydraulic anti-torp 1. Let's make you a bit more expensive. Let's do something like that in terms of armor. That leaves me 3,000 tons for guns. That is not a lot. However, what can we do? Let's see. We only have Mark IIs or Mark Is. We know that the Austrians are using 14-inchers. I mean, what we could do... Oof. Is get 3 14-inch guns as main armament. Maybe we can even do 4 guns. Maybe. Of course, the guns are currently not armored up, and I don't have a secondary tower. It's not a torpedo boat, mate. You need a secondary tower. Hi. Small secondary tower. Hold on. We can get 1 bigger. Okay. In terms of main guns... I would not be opposed to use this. However, the guns are not armored. And we don't have secondaries. So, what can we do to make this cheaper? First things first, we can lower the range a bit. We can go to 24 knots. That saves quite a bit as well. I'd rather not lose that. This really does not save a lot of weight. Can drop the armor. That gives me... acceptable. That is acceptable. Let's lower the armor on the gun as well. 11 inch is not great, but it'll do. Right now we have an AP range of 18.4 kilometers. How about bringing the barrels down a bit? After all, we don't need that much range if we can't pen. So let's do that. Minus 10%. Yeah, that is more in line with the ship that I want to have. And more importantly, I can afford it now. Meaning I can go back to the 12-inch main belts. And I can get 4 3-inch secondaries for close quarter combat. I'm willing to bet that my flash fire chance is high. 94%. Okay, back to the drawing board. 40%. I thought dynamite was better. No, apparently not. Alright, TNT it is. I'm sorry, 100% is a bit much. God, I noticed that just in time. Usually I check it, but not always. It really does not help. Okay, so we're slightly overweight again, so drop the secondaries. 300 tons. Back to 11-inch main belt. We could go with light shells. That brings... And if we go with reduced shells... On the main guns, that's 140 rounds per gun. That should still be enough to tackle any enemy capital ship on its own. And she's not gonna fight capital ships, no sir. This one is designed... I want to nuke the heavy cruisers, essentially. Of course, with these 14-inch guns, she can easily fight off capital ships as well. Maybe go down to 13-inch instead? It's a bit of a downgrade, of course, but it saves me a bit of weight, and then I can either get the speed up, or get the armor up, or both. After all, this is a battle cruiser. Speed is life. I can get more range. Can I get to 28 knots? I'm willing to do that. Yes, sir. I can even get a citadel in. And the radio in now. Okay. No real secondaries to talk about, but I do want that. I do want that. Come on, that's the minimum. Okay, there we have it, folks. The secondaries, well, if the enemy gets close, and 13-inch guns, these 13-inch guns have 16.8 kilometer range. Penetration is a bit low. Let's do that, because these guns still need to be armored up. And I forgot. Of course they still need to be armored up. That is actually... annoying. Alright, back down to 27 knots. Back down to 25 knots. That is a shame. If you get that out, yeah, that works somewhat. Now we have a bit of a 4-weight offset. Let's see if we can balance that out a bit better. That is 0.3. Okay. How many crew members does this take? 500. Oddly enough, I can live with this. That said though, I do want another ship. I want to look at the destroyers. I mean, I saw the battle cruiser and was like, ooh, shiny. Wow. $1,000 tons, 30 knots. What's the maximum armor? 1 inch. So 1 inch all around, folks. Displacement, 1,000 tons. Weight. Huh. Okay. Let's lower the weight. Main tower, secondary tower. Two funnels. I can't get 4 inches on there, but I can get 3 inches on there, so I'm gonna use 2 3-inch guns. The main thing, though, is the torpedo launchers for this ship. 19-inch torpedoes. Okay. Many bulkheads will do. Hold on. Can go to 1100. Maximum bulkheads. Nope. Can't use a shaft. Sorry. Save design. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. I do wonder if the heavy shells are going to make a difference here, but we'll see. This destroyer will have 6 torpedoes to shoot. The old one only has 2. So, yeah. And the old one is slower as well. So I think this is a good next stage for my capital ships and for my escort ships. Of course, we're not going to build any right now because, you know, we're well over capacity currently. However, next turn the destroyer is done and these battleships will be done, so that should fix itself next turn. And we get the money to take that for a turn, so that's okay. Okay, with that, ladies and gentlemen, comes an end to this episode. We are... Oh, look at that. Japan is on its way here. Okay, interesting. We succeeded in holding off the Brits. Now, if we can turn the tide against the Austrians, it's essentially this fleet here, a single dreadnought. I think we can do it. Now, if the Japanese will be kind enough to stay out of our way for a while, I would be very, very grateful. But that is for next time, ladies and gentlemen. That is for next episode. Until then, take care.